but thank you. And he's like, no, I don't want to effing work out with you. I was like, okay. Good morning, folks, and happy Thursday. I am moving at a snail's pace. A snail's pace, I say. But, after I've had the night to think about, my departure from the gym, I don't really know how to explain these emotions. I guess the only thing I can say is sad. Because, last night was the first night that I've been able to sleep the whole entire night in a long time. So if that is not a sign of, hey, there's a stressor going, or hey, you're moving in the right direction, I don't know what is. I don't know what is. But let's go get our marinated egg bread in us and get the heck out the door and go pump some flipping iron, folks. While I was eating my breakfast, I got to thinking. I was like, at one time, I was really nervous and really stressed out and kind of irritated and kind of had no confidence, or confidence was shot. Because while, yes, coaching was a gift, when I first started coaching, at least martial arts classes, jiu-jitsu classes, Muay Thai classes, wrestling classes, I really didn't think I was qualified. And that used to kill me. I'd walk in every day and be like, so what am I going to teach these kids? I am not qualified to be teaching kids. I am not qualified to be teaching adults. I'm not qualified. I am not qualified. But, I pushed through. And honestly, I think I over the past 4 years, I did a pretty good job. I always felt like I was qualified to get people into shape because, look at me and then look at the average human. Look at the average coach. You know what I mean? But teaching people martial arts, how am I supposed to teach you something when I haven't even hit my goals yet, But I learned throughout it. That it was more than just teaching them the punches, the kicks, the chokes, the arm bars. It was more than all that. It was, again, teaching them to be a fighter. And it's kind of funny, Right when I felt qualified, I started seeing not so great things going on. Not so great things were happening to me as well. And it was just putting too much stress on me. I know I always say push through stress, but of course, there's a time where stress is just kind of, it's avoidable. And if stress is avoidable, avoid it. Why not? Why not avoid it? I mean, there's no need to give yourself wrinkles, gray hair, losing hair, loss of sleep, all just because of something that can completely be avoidable. Completely avoided. So, I guess it's kind of funny. One time I didn't feel like I was qualified. Now I am qualified in my opinion. And I still haven't hit my goals, but I'm qualified because of the abundance of knowledge I have up here. And now we're starting a new journey. I have a feeling that this is going to go very well. It's going to go very well. We're going to be able to hit our goals. We're going to be able to reach those goals. Because those goals kind of had to be put on hold. I mean, when you're running a gym, let's be real. When you are running a gym, you don't really have time to worry about yourself. You have to worry about everyone else. Does this person need something? Does this person need something? Does that person need something? Oh, I gotta go corner you? Okay. That makes sense. So when am I supposed to practice, So, I don't know. Trust that intuition, folks. Trust it. Because it has been telling me for a long time to get the hell up and go. Get the hell up and go. And I did not. I lost sleep. I've been stressed. I've gotten sick. Injuries. But, yeah. Definitely going to miss it. Going to miss it. But like I said, folks, we are starting something. We got ideas that are going to be that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. But we got to make sure they can come to fruition. We got to make sure they can come to fruition. But let's finish up our marinated egg bread and stop yapping. Oh, and we got some pretty big fights coming up this weekend. We got Jon Jones versus Stipe. We got Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. That's a weird one to say, a big fight, Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. That is strange. That is strange. But, while I was watching the media day with Jon Jones and Stipe, Jon Jones made a pretty good argument. Why should he fight Tom Aspinall and not fight Alex Pereira? Alex Pereira has 17 titles, and Tom Aspinall has an interim title. So, I would much rather see Alex Pereira versus Jon Jones, in my opinion. I think that's a better fight. They both have, I want to say similar resumes, but they've both done such big things in combat sports that them going out without fighting would be a crime. And if I had to choose between one more fight with Jon Jones, Tom Aspinall, or Alex Pereira, I'm choosing Alex Pereira only because I like Alex Pereira, one, and two, I just think they're he made a great argument. 17 titles or one interim title. Sounds like those 17 titles are going to help his legacy more. Who do y'all got? What do y'all think? And then who do y'all have in that fight? I have Jon Jones versus Stipe. You can't doubt out Jones. You just can't doubt him. If Stipe is the one who's able to stop him, that would be insane. That would definitely make Stipe the best heavyweight of all time. Now, Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. I had a bunch of mixed opinions about this. I still have mixed opinions. How are you going to let an old man fight a young man? But they're allowing him to use whatever the heck he wants in the come up to the fight. And exogenous hormones and chemicals. And science is insane. Science is insane. This dude is moving like a young man. But I still think that Father Time has never been freaking beat. He's never been beat. So I'm gonna have to say Jake Paul's gonna win this. But who am I to say that? But Father Time has never been beaten. But Jake Paul could find himself starched on the canvas in 50-something seconds. Could find himself. But I don't think that's going to happen. But what do y'all think? Y'all let me know down below. We've got to get our butts out of here and go knock out some freaking weights, folks. And we are out of the door, headed to go get better today than we were flipping yesterday. But of course, we've got to make a stop first. A stop to go pump some flipping iron. And we made it a little bit later than I'd like to, but it is what it is. We'll still get stronger today than we were freaking yesterday. Well, folks, lift complete. And I'd say it was a good lift, but I'd be lying to you. It was a great lift by me, but not such a great lift by the gym goers. It all started when I first got into the gym. There was a guy who I thought was using the platform and the rack behind him. So I was going to use the platform and the rack beside him. You get what I mean? Where I was going to do the same thing. Well, come to find out, he was indeed not just using the rack and the platform behind him or in front of him. He was using the platform, the rack beside it, the rack beside that, and he was down there using the dumbbells on the other side of the gym. So, I really didn't know that he was doing that. So I went over, started my workout. He got up in my face. He's like, and I was like, hey man, were you using it? And he like literally didn't say anything, just got in my face. I was like, what's up, man? Were you using this? And he's like, yeah, but you got it, bro. You got it. And I was like, appreciate it, homie. You can work in with me. You can work in with me if you want. I have no problem. But thank you. And he's like, no, I don't want to effing work out with you. I was like, okay. whatever. And then he said this as he's walking away, which irritated me a lot. And I guess he just didn't think I could hear him, because I had both of my headphones in. And then he's like, maybe you need to effing ask next time. And I'm like, damn, dude, you're angry. But I ignored it, went on with my workout. He's walking around the whole entire gym working out. Here comes a young lady. She comes over, starts to do a deadlift, right? And the guy comes back over and starts literally cursing and screaming in her face. Like, when I say in her face, I mean like right here, right there. So, I see that there's something going on, so I pop my headphones out and put them down. And I can see, I hear him, you need to get to work, effing lady. And why are you taking my shit? And she was like, bruh, I'm not taking your shit. I am just working out. Literally just working out. No one knew that you were right here. You were all the way on the other side of the gym. You know what I mean? And he's like, no, I was right here, but you know what? You can't use the barbell beside it. You see weight here? You're going to use it? And I was like, goodness gracious, dude. Goodness gracious. And he kept on. Screaming and yelling at her, calling her all different kinds of names, lazy. She's like, bro, just go work out. He's like, listen, I ain't your bro. I ain't your effing bro. And I'm like, God almighty, bro. God almighty. And so at that point, I finished up what I was doing because I was getting livid. Like I was going to do something dumb. Literally dumb. So instead of doing something dumb, I picked my stuff up and I left. And as I'm walking by management, I'm like, you probably should go check on that bro in the corner. He is cussing up a storm at everyone right there. And they did the right thing. I was like, folks, if y'all don't end up doing something, I'm gonna go do something. Like I'm genuinely gonna go do something. And I'm telling you right now, I don't have these ears for no reason. So, he may never do those deadlifts again, ever. Like, it's a wedge and a knee pop, just so you know. So please go handle this before I have to. And of course, they went and did their thing once I got back from changing. Like, hey, we got it taken care of. Are you good? I was like, I'm great, bro. I was like, they're like, thank you for doing the right thing. He's like, I really didn't want to have to call the cops. If you end up hitting him, then I have to do the thing by calling the cops and doing all that. Thank you for just coming up here and taking care of the situation. If anything like that happens again, just come up here again. I was like, well, I've never had this happen at any gym in my whole entire life. I don't know if that guy's having a bad day or what, but I can't stand when you're starting to curse out women. I don't give a shit about me. You can hurt my feelings all you want, but you're dogging another gym goer when people come here to build confidence, and that's kind of a confidence breaker when you have someone yelling and screaming at you. That lady will probably never come back to the gym. Ever. And she wasn't really being lazy. She was actually working pretty hard. She was. So screw that guy. I hope that he finds peace in his life, because honestly, that is not how you should live your life, cursing and screaming at everyone. Like, I don't know why you didn't curse and scream at me. Please curse and scream at me next time. But you walk away to curse and scream at me. But when you have a lady, you're literally yelling in her face. You're a weak man, buddy. You're a weak man. I just can't stand weak people. And I really can't stand when people freaking hurt women. So I need to get out of there as quickly as I possibly can before I put myself in a very bad situation as in trouble, if you know what I mean. So now that that's all handled and my lift got shit on by some douchebag, let's go get better today than we were yesterday. Let's go battle this Atlanta traffic. You know, I'd say I've kind of grown up though, because old me, well, as soon as he popped off at the mouth and walked away, while he was walking away, I would have went off. I'd have been like, hey bro, what the hell was that you just said? What'd you say? And then I would have started a whole entire argument over absolutely nothing. So I'd say I've grown up. Not to mention, by the time he started yelling and screaming at a female, and I was worked up that much, I would have just handled it myself. I'd have been like, okay, boom, boom, boom. Well, I've learned in my days that is not how you handle things as a man. It doesn't mean you handle things with emotion. It means that you take a deep breath, you walk the other way, and when you're seeing a female get wrong, well, you go do something about it. When your emotions are hurt, well, you get over it. Because, like, at the end of the day, people are going to hurt your feelings every day. You can't, react every time someone hurts your feelings. And honestly, you can't really react when people are doing things to other people. Like, you can't. You can, go and hope that the people who are higher do the right thing, in which they did. If they wouldn't have, well, I probably would have taken it into my own hands. But, I still kind of wished I'd have taken it into my own hands. Like, that little voice inside of me is like, turn the hell around and go kick his teeth in. But you cannot do that, folks. You can't do that. You can't. That just puts you in bad places. And we have big goals to reach, in which you can't do that when you're behind bars. You can't. You literally cannot. So, you have to do what's right for us, and not turn around and go kick him in the face. Even though I'm pretty sure he's not there anymore because they told him he had to leave. Because you can't curse people out in the gym. So I definitely say we've grown up a bit. We've grown up a bit. We were able to ignore that little voice in our head that said, kick his teeth in, break his knees, and we were able to turn the other cheek and make sure that poor female, well, got the help she needed, you know what I mean? And we made it here to get better today than we were yesterday. Folks, I started to think, maybe those people who respond like that very emotionally have never been checked. Maybe I should have checked them. That's what goes through my brain. It's still going through my brain. Maybe I should have checked this mofo. But that, I've lived my life always turning towards violence, and violence being the answer. And I don't think violence is always the answer. Like, let's fight fire with fire. No, I don't think that's going to work. I don't care how injured he gets. At the end of the day, he's just going to be like, I don't think people like that are ever going to really change unless they really hit rock bottom. So, all I can really hope is that that dude eventually hits rock bottom, and that he doesn't break when he hits rock bottom, and he excels. You know what I mean? Because I don't think checking him would have been the right answer. I don't think that's the answer. I wanted to. I really want to. I still want to. I still feel like that's probably the best thing we could have done. But something inside me tells me that, dude, you fought everything with violence your whole life, and it's never turned out good for you. So, probably not the right idea. We can just hope that that lady comes back to the gym, doesn't give up on her goals, because that would have probably killed me as a person who was just getting started into the gym, you know what I mean? Maybe not me, because I probably would have, honestly. It probably would have. And the average human, I know it's going to. I mean, if you're going somewhere to better yourself and people are being assholes to you, you gonna continue to go? Probably not. Probably not. Most people are not that headstrong. So, I guess violence isn't always the answer, guys. I guess it's not always the answer. Even though it feels like it might be the answer. I don't think it's the answer. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. What does it make me? I'm just as bad as him if I react with violence, aren't I? Aren't I? So, with that being said, folks, let's get in here and tell all of our friends about this story. Get better today than we were flipping yesterday. And let that douchebag just be in the past. Just pray that he finds peace. And that girl does not give up on her freaking goals. Alrighty, folks. Better today than we were yesterday. For sure. And, the situation I was talking about earlier, yeah, everyone else agreed. Violence was not the answer. You did the right thing. Walking away. So, to you ones who can't just figure out how to walk the hell away, walk the hell away. Now, if you're seeing someone else get wronged, unless it's physical, try to walk away and go find someone whose job it is to do that. You know what I mean? While all these people think the manly man, the thing to do is to go kick them in the head. It's not. It's really not. Control your emotions and do the right thing, folks. Do the right things. But I have no idea what we're going to do today. I think we're going to try to get home and take us a little nap ski before practice. But we may play some BO6. But I think we're going to take a little nap skis and then play some BO6 and then get to practice. I have no idea. We may just take a big nap ski. I guess we'll find out, folks. But let's go battle this Atlanta traffic. And we are finally home, folks, after an hour and a half of battling terrible drivers, I say. I think we're going to go inside and take us a little recovery nap ski. Because I'm freaking beat, folks. I'm beat. And I can't lie. My freaking face still hurts. My ear, my nose, my head still hurts. So let's see if we can get recovered just enough to be able to push ourselves hard at practice tonight. Heck yeah. Better today than we were freaking yesterday. I will tell you that. So that's the goal every day. And we freaking succeeded today, folks. We succeeded. I cannot lie. I'm just tired. That was a lot of dumb drivers. And then I got behind a heavy load going down a 2-lane road. So there was no going around them on oversized load. You know what I mean? It was one of those house loads, you know? One of those houses being transported, my guys. That shit sucked. 45 to 30 miles an hour. The whole way home we went. What the heck is this cat doing? She's climbing all over the car. Like, how? I can't even open the door, bro. She's gonna fall. What are you doing on my car, bro? What you doing on my car? Huh? Well, now that we have been told it is time to get out of our car, I guess we're gonna play with cookies for a bit, and then we're gonna make our way inside, take us a little recovery nap ski, folks. A little recovery nap. I think that naps are great. Definitely when if you don't take one, you may not push yourself as hard as you did the previous practice, or as hard as you should. So yeah, naps are definitely a plus, I guess you could say. I don't know. They're definitely a necessity sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. Every now and then. But let's play with cookies. Well, folks, that nap hit the spot. Very much needed. I haven't had the opportunity to take a nap in a long time. But we slept all the way to practice time. So I guess we are indeed going to skip some BO6 today. But I definitely feel ready to go get better today than we were freaking yesterday. Goodness gracious, folks. I haven't felt like refreshed in a while. And we're out the door, ready to go get better today than we were yesterday. Thank you to Ghost for creating such a good energy drink. An hour and a half later, and we finally made it. Only 5 minutes late, so I say that it was not my fault. I mean, how am I supposed to expect that a 45-minute drive should take an hour and a half? How am I supposed to plan for that? I was going to be here 30 minutes early so that I could get some back work in. Not going to happen. Now we got to run in here and get ready as quickly as we possibly can. Alrighty, folks, practice complete, and we definitely got better today than we were yesterday. That's like the everyday goal, right? It's the everyday goal. But we neglected to meal prep something last night for tonight, or earlier on in this week for tonight. We got like one bowl of chili for the both of us. So I have no idea what we're gonna be doing for dinner, but I know I need to shower, and everything's pretty much closed. So this will be interesting, folks. Showered up and cleaned up, and while I was in the shower, folks, I was watching the press conference for this weekend's fight. And you know, Dana White there was a bunch of things that I had questions with, like, please stop dogging Charles Oliveira. I don't know why the media wants to dog him. That's kind of like outrageous. He's not a quitter. He's literally like probably one of the better lightweights to ever have done it, in my opinion. Dude, he got clipped and then he was in an arm triangle. Like, it happens, folks. People tap. It happens in the sport of fighting. But you want to know what I found very, very, very funny? Was Dana White was like, yeah, we decided to make the new gloves because we wanted to avoid eye pokes. Well, a lot of fighters didn't like it. If you watch Jon Jones's like facial expressions, he looks up at Dana. He's like, yeah, for this one we're going to change it, and from going on we're going to change it. But for this one, all the veterans really wanted it this way. And you can see Jon Jones look up. And when they continued to ask questions about it, he looked down. And he's just smiling himself away. I'm sorry, folks. Maybe I'm putting my tinfoil hat on a bit, but I think that Jon Jones may have had his hand in the dealing of changing those gloves. Let's just put it this way: if Stipe starts pinging off on Jones, I guarantee an eye poke comes 15 seconds later, if not sooner. And then, like I said this morning, I was watching the media day. When I was watching the press conference today, they brought up the Aspinall thing again, and Dana White said, yes, the winner of this will be fighting Tom Aspinall. The whole crowd went crazy, so I guess that's what people really want to see. I guess they're not like me and want to see Alex and Jones. That's what I want to see. But I guess the large majority of people want to see Tom Aspinall and Jon Jones. I don't know why. Honestly, he is like 7 years younger than Jon, and honestly, probably the guy who's going to be able to beat him. And he's coming from a different era of fighting in which one art doesn't do it for you. Tom Aspinall is good at everything, kind of like the thing that Jon Jones was known for, being good at everything, but like Tom Aspinall kind of does that better. But if y'all haven't watched the press conference, go and watch that press conference. I guess it's an entertaining one. I think Jones could have been like, no, still screw DC. Honestly, they would have been funny. But he did not. He took the higher road. But with that being said, folks, let's go find some freaking grub. Well, folks, I figured while we were on the way to dinner, I would go ahead and round off this day. Since we have such a busy day tomorrow, we have to wake up at the butt-ass crack of dawn, go teach our last early morning kickboxing class, and then get some cardio in, and then I don't know if we're going to take a nap or not, but we got to go coach our homie. We got to go corner him tomorrow, and then before that, we've got to teach a one-on-one with a client, and the fight is like an hour and a half away, if not more. So, yeah, I want to be nice and refreshed, be alert, so that while I'm yelling shiz at him, I'm not yelling dumb stuff, if you know what I mean. But before I round off the day, wow, round, goodness gracious, the hell am I? No wonder they called me BillyGoat. But before I round off the day and end it, I guess I wanna leave y'all with a few things. I guess one, take the high road, folks. Don't be that douchebag who responds with violence to everything. Use I guess, your reasoning skills, and decipher, is someone going to get hurt in the situation? If not, then maybe we should just walk away. If that's the option, you should always just walk the hell away. I don't think checking him would have done him anything. He would have probably just played the victim game. Oh, he hit me though. So I don't think responding with violence would have been the right answer. But who do we know? We're just a young 23-year-old fighter who, quite frankly, we're still learning ourselves. But folks, I'm pretty excited for this weekend. I can't lie. We got I'm interested. I wouldn't say I'm excited, but I'm interested into seeing what happens between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. And I am excited to see Charles Oliveira and Michael Chandler, and definitely excited to see John Jones versus Stipe. That is a fight we have all been wondering what is going to happen for a long time, like a year, 2 years. So I can't lie, I'm pretty freaking excited, folks. I'm pretty excited, and I guess I've kind of come to grips, folks. Starting a new chapter, yeah, scary. Yeah, it can make you sad when you finally got to close that book or turn that page. But it's pretty exciting in a way. I mean, you get to learn new things, you get to meet new people, you get to journey new journeys. You know what I mean? So put the fear away, put it away, put your faith in the one true high. He will give you everything that you need. He will provide what you do need, and nothing more, nothing less. And maybe, just maybe, you're that person who gets overly blessed. You know what I mean? But you never know unless you ask. You know. But I think learning what faith was over the past, I guess, month and a half, 2 months, has really helped us with this. It's not, I mean, we've always known what faith was, but really diving into that topic of faith has really guided us through this. Because, like, I have no real worries. Like, what's there to worry about? We planned ahead. We have a good savings, you know. It's not like we're gonna go without food. We're getting to chase our dreams. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? So where would there be a worry? What's the worry? That, ooh, I risked it all. I put my 20s on a hold so that I could chase a dream of maybe holding gold. You know? Of maybe holding gold. And I came short of it. Ooh. What's the big deal there? What's the big deal? We're risking it all. We're risking it freaking all. And we no longer have that crutch to fall back on as we used to. Oh, if this doesn't work out, well, we can always just coach. Oh yeah, we can. Once we're freaking retired. Like I've said multiple times, we are planning to give back to the community with jiu-jitsu some way. But we just don't know how to make that happen yet. We don't know. And we don't know if we should dive back into that, because like I've said, we have a lot of learning we need to do. A lot of learning. But like I said, I am most definitely qualified to coach kids again. But you know what happens if life takes me in another direction again? I gotta break a bunch of people's hearts, you know? So that's a hard choice, folks. Hard choice. But I guess that's something I've got to dig deep in. Do we go out and we build something new? Do we, folks? Do we? I don't know. I have no idea. Like I said, something we're gonna have to figure out. But with that being said, folks, take the high road. Don't react to violence. Turn the page in the chapter. Have faith. It'll all be alright. He provides, folks. Good night. And BillyGoat flippin' loves you.